Right.
Yeah.
Is there a problem?
I'm sorry, sir, your signatures don't match.
It doesn't match.
I'm sorry.
You're joking, aren't you?
Could I have another example?
There you are.
Thanks.
Looking good, over. Close, close. 57 Hornet ball. 20 seconds, everything looking good. Let's go about 47,000. Status check, Rick.
Samsonite. World proof.
Balbon, what is this?
Do not be fooled by its innocent exterior, for inside the mega truffle one encounters an exquisite experience that verges on the scandalous.
Oh, stop.
A luxuriant chocolate truffle, nestling seductively at the heart of creamy vanilla ice creams. The delirium of pleasure received in its devouring is quite unprecedented.
Oh, stop. Your mega truffle is wicked.
Yes, it is rather good, isn't it?
Athlete's foot can be hard to shake off. That's because there can be two bugs to deal with. Unlike most treatments, Dactarin gets both, giving athlete's foot a blast! Dual-acting Dactarin.
Aquatonic by Fabergé.
Every time you start your car from cold, it takes a while for your engine to get full protection from its oil. Metal grinds against metal. The damage is permanent. Castrol GTX Magnatech works differently. Unique polarized molecules cling like a magnet, dramatically reducing engine wear. For protection from the moment you turn the key, ask your garage for Castrol GTX Magnatech.
Baby, baby, it looks like it's gonna hail. Baby, baby, it looks like it's gonna hail. You better come inside, let me teach you how to jive and wheel. Oh, you gotta jump and jive and then you really gotta jump and jive and then you really gotta jump and jive and then you will.
Welcome back to Wembley, where the sun is now shining on those Grimsby supporters who are celebrating promotion to Division 1. They've beaten Northampton by 1-0. Gripping playoff final. Let's hear from the winning manager, Alan Buckley. He's talking to Alan Bentley.
Alan, marvellous scenes again behind you, but how's your heart?
Well, anybody that says they enjoys playoffs aren't football managers, as I said earlier. I felt we had so many chances to make the game comfortable. But right at the death when 90 minutes went up and he said there were 6 to play, I won't wish it on anybody.
Now we can just single out a couple of players. First, Kevin Donovan, you took him with you from West Brom. You must, I mean, has he even surpassed your own expectations?
He's a quality player, good feet, clever player, good pace. 21, 22 goals this season, what more can you say? But I know it's an old thing, but like it's a team game, we're very much together as a team. We're fortunate to have good individuals within that team as well, you know. And I thought Jack Lester did particularly well today as well, and the goalkeeper.
I was going to mention Aidan Davis, that's 31 clean sheets again. Superb stuff.
Yeah, well, we knew they'd give us some problems with the set pieces coming in there. And we did a bit of work with AD sort of just yesterday, really. And, you know, he took it on himself to go and claim most of them today. Fantastic.
Now, after the auto windscreen, you had that trip to Carlisle 2 days later. Are you really going to savour this occasion and this?
Yeah, I mean, it's better for the players because this was a massive game today for the town and for the football club. They deserve a good rest now, the players. 68 games this season. You can't ask any more of players than that. All you can ask is that they give you everything. And my players have given me everything.
Now, much is made of the yo-yo effect in Division 1 of the Premiership. Can Grimsby stay in Division 1 this time?
I'm interested in Division 1 tonight. Tonight we're there, and I'll enjoy tonight. Won't think about Division 1 till I've maybe I'm on a holiday enjoying a bit of sunshine.
Thanks a lot, Alan.
Thank you.
He may be teetotal. I think he might manage a bottle of scotch tonight. Doesn't want to talk about Division 1 yet. The Bristol City manager John Ward's with me, so too Tommy Woodrington. At some point, he's got to think about Division 1. You've already said, John, they are a good footballing team. How do you think they're going to cope in Division 1?
They'll be fine, there'll be a credit to it. I mean, he's absolutely right. I mean, he looks a lot older than before the game there, doesn't he, Alan? I mean, he's gone through all sorts this afternoon, and he's absolutely right. He doesn't want to think about anything else. But now there'll be a credit to it, because they've also got a very good reserve side and some good young players coming through the football club. But they'll be fine. They've been one of the better sides in the second division, with no doubt about that this season.
I mean, obviously you're looking towards Division 1 yourself now. I mean, is there a very big gap between the second and the first?
Yeah, I think there is, because there'll be 3 clubs coming down with parachute money out of the Premiership. They'll have big spending power in terms of that. There'll be people like Birmingham City and Wolves and Queen's Park Rangers, and there'll be Charlton or Sunderland in there, Sheffield United. I mean, I've probably named about a dozen there that we're going to find very difficult to beat, and we find very difficult to compete with financially as well.
And Tommy, you may have missed out on 2 Wembley appearances because of your injury this season, but at least you are going to be a first division player next summer.
That's right. Like I said, every player wants to better themselves whenever they can. I took it upon myself to leave the Premier League possibly a little bit early and taking a chance and going to Grimsby. We did unfortunately slip straight through the first division into the second, but not really with much help off me since Christmas, but the lads have done brilliantly. We're back in the first division, and far be it from me to talk about the politics or the finances of Grimsby Town, but I'm sure they're not going to be able to compete in there. Even with Bristol City, you know, they're paying 1.2 million for a lad the other day, Akinbaye from Gillingham. But I'm sure the manager's bought very shrewdly this year. I mean, there's players out there amassed for less than £1 million, which is a lot in this division, I must say that. But the star man of the season, Kevin Donovan, was 300,000. Now, if the Premier League come in for him now, I think you're looking at, you know, £1 million, 1.5, possibly £2 million, because that's just the way the exposure of the television and yourselves, all the media, makes every player a big asset to the club.
Well, we mustn't forget the losers, but let's just have a reminder of how Grimsby beat Northampton this afternoon. 1 goal in the 18th minute, Burnett with the pass initially for Leicester, and there's your mate Donovan nipping in.
Yeah, like we said earlier, Kevin made about a 60-yard run from our own box, because it was a breakaway actually in the second phase play, and that's almost a foul, I think. But Kev's been alert, he's got on to the end of it, and as he mentioned, the goalkeeper actually stayed on his feet very well, and he's got to find himself a little unfortunate that Kev's just got the composure to finish the job off.
Yes, yeah. He looked like he just overcooked it there, John, didn't it?
Yeah, I think he's the right player in the right place at the right time, Kevin. I mean, all the way through, Tommy's going, he don't miss this, he doesn't miss this. I think even Tommy had a little doubt maybe at one stage because of the keeper's ability to stay up there, but it was a real cool finish, and you know, and then he's not only cool that he come in and remembered you, didn't he? You know, he came and waved to you, so he's a cool guy, he's done well.
We mustn't forget about Northampton, who've had such a marvellous season. Remember, they went up last season via the playoffs, so close again this year. The point we made on Friday night after Torquay lost, John, was that sides who lose in playoff finals often feel the kickback in the following season and really struggle. Do you think that'll happen to Northampton next year?
You can't tell whether it will happen to them or not. Ian will be aware of it as much as anybody else. But I mean, this year, for instance, Brentford, when we were relegated this year, when last year they beat us in the playoffs. Luton Town, to my money, were the best team in the playoffs last year and had a difficult time this year. And it's littered with people like Plymouth Argyle who've gone down, Notts County who went down, even ourselves at Bristol Rovers, you know, I think we only won 2 home games up to Christmas the following year, and you don't know how your players are going to react, because you go through 40, 50 or 60, 70 games in whatever, and that one game can make people think you've failed, and you haven't actually failed. Northampton have had a fantastic 2 years, but they've had a great season, but today people will see that as a bit of failing, and maybe somewhere amongst that the players in their minds when they start back again will go, oh, not again. And Ian's going to have to be really strong to pick them up. I mean, I felt for them today, just watching them walk off that pitch there, and everybody's forgotten them. It's all about Grimsby, but that's the game, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a big task ahead for Ian Atkins during the summer. The Cobblers beaten by 1-0 at Wembley this afternoon. Grimsby are celebrating, and in some style, and those celebrations will continue long into the night. More reaction in a couple of minutes.
Tonight on
on Sky One.
Hello, Bart!
Watch out for
He's just a little shy because I've tried to kill him so many times.
The Simpsons.
This is the second most exciting thing I've ever held in my hand.
More alien antics in Third Rock from the Sun. Kelly fights for her life.
He was shot. What? She's gonna be okay, isn't she?
The new series of 90210, Then.
Who's watching you?
Wait for it. What the hell's going on?
In a brand new episode.
Where's Mulder? Mulder, respond!
The X-Files. Then we turn up the heat.
It's gonna be a blinding night.
The backpacking Brits have a hot summer down under. It's a sizzling Sunday night, tonight from 6 on Sky One.
You know, we're still the land of Meals on Wheels. And in Lancashire, you can still get a great hot pot. Or go to Edinburgh and see the tattoo. And of course, the British male is still not considered as amorous as his Latin counterpart. It's good to know things haven't changed a bit.
Those who evolve succeed. And e-business from BT can help your business evolve. While you sleep, a website can sell your goods across the internet. You can work on projects together when you're miles apart. And you can find vital business information in seconds. BT has already helped thousands of companies to evolve. Call for a free guide on 0800 800 800.
There is nothing like the feel of a new car. The look, the shine, the smell. Now Armour All have bottled it. Armour All Protectant. It protects, it shines. It's new car juice.
Loctite Superglue. High performance, instant power, and sticks in seconds. Loctite Superglue. Incredible sticking power.
The Rover 400. From £11,500 with free second-year servicing and warranty.
Still celebrating here at Wembley. The Grimsby fans and players, that is, the Northampton supporters, all 40,000 of them, have started the long and rather sad journey back up the M1. It wasn't to be for them today as it was 12 months ago. John Ward and Tommy Witherington are with me. Let's look back at the highlights, guys, of what was a gripping 90 minutes of football. As the match developed, the drama increased. Early on, Grimsby, as we expected, looked the better side, and we almost had a very unusual goal scorer there.
Yeah, Peter, he carries the ball very well. A very good footballer. He's not just a defender, as is Kevin's not just a winger, as we mentioned. But I think the contrasting styles of the two teams made for an enjoyable game. You know, we were always going to have a lot more possession than Northampton were, and thankfully we just about made it count. Like the manager said, Mr. Buckley, I mean, he said we had a lot of chances to make the game comfortable. Of course, people forget about the penalty miss and, you know, the chances where Grosey hit the bar, but I think we just about deserved it on 90 minutes of play.
Yes, the actual brutal facts as far as Northampton are concerned, as we see that goal once more, John, is that they created very, very little on target.
Yeah, I think we all think that Aidan Davison played really well, but a lot of it was breaking and coming for crosses and things like that. And the mainstay about Northampton's players, we talked earlier about their set plays. And today they didn't get that right. They didn't get the delivery right. They didn't get the challenges right. And that's why people like Lever's the man of the match, because he was as brave as anything and was a real rock for the Grimsby defence. He had to be today, along with Aidan at the goal.
Yes, they did have their moments, but they weren't to be. This was one of their best. Donovan, the goal scorer, with a disastrous or potentially disastrous back pass, but Freestone couldn't take full advantage.
Yeah, it's not an easy chance. Again, we're talking about the Northampton goalkeeper standing up for Kevin's chance. Again, Aidan's just forced the lad too wide, and he can't really have a chance. He's just trying to put the ball back across the goals. But like John says, the two centre-halves for Grimsby were fantastic, because the big handful, John Gale, and with Freestone's movement, and then Seal, who's a natural goal scorer, they've stuck to their task, and Aidan's helped whenever he could.
Was that a penalty, John?
We talked about it in here, didn't we? We said, I think he's gone over the foot, but the Warburton's made the challenge, and the forward's gone over the foot. It's just how you want to see it, really.
It snakes out a bit. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Who wants to be a referee?
Well, that's right. It's a hard job refereeing. I mean, we all have a pop at them now and again, but that's a hard thing to call, you know.
And the penalty strike itself isn't bad. I suppose it's a decent height for the keeper.
Yeah, it is a good save. We talked before the game about how games hinge on decisions made by the referee. I remember it wasn't shown in the little snippets we've had, but the referee decided to give Northampton an indirect free kick in about the first 15 or 20 minutes when that was inside the box, in fact. And of course the foul's being made, so the decision's a very, very quick one, I know, but the same happens there. There's a foul being made, and he decided it was a penalty. Thankfully for us, it didn't matter in the end.
No, that one could have gone in any other day.
He's hit that too well, hasn't he? In a sense, you know, he's struck it tremendously well.
Incredible relief.
Oh yeah, that's where Alan suddenly started to come back.
There's that little fellow again with his big hat.
There you go, Tommy. Nice one there for you.
Yeah, lovely.
The scoreboard said it all, and that shot says it all. Grimsby are back. Well, let's hear from the losing manager, Ian Atkins. He's now talking to Alan Bentley.
Ian, you've had a few minutes with the players. What have you said to them?
Oh, they were terrific. And they couldn't have done any more. And the only thing we probably lacked was that little bit of quality in the last third. But that's nothing new. Been nothing new all season. And I thought in terms of dominating the game, we did. You know, they're always dangerous on a break, but can't ask any more of them. They've had a terrific season. For such a night, you can't get down because no one expected us to be here in the first place, and they've been brilliant, and they've done themselves proud again today. It just wasn't our day.
I mean, is it important for the players and the fans to remember just how far this club has come in difficult circumstances?
Oh, definitely, and I still say, look at the first goal. I mean, it's a foul. And the lads clipped heels, and you need decisions like that to go for you. I thought the free kick and their penalty in the first half, that's a penalty. And the penalty that he gave was not even a penalty. So suddenly, it's like the game on Friday night, you get a decision in these kind of games that can kill you. Today they say everybody was adamant, then Colin Hill said he got his heels tipped. Right, because we don't concede goals like that. And I say if you get the breaks, you get the breaks, you don't.
Give us a word on the support you received today.
Oh, brilliant. I mean, you can't ask any more than 40,000. What we have done is put the club back on the map, and I think in a performance like that, everybody will realise that we can play a little bit as well and be tough. We need that luck today. We never got it, but we did lack that little bit of quality around the penalty area.
In the past, there has been an adverse reaction from the losing playoff finalists in the following season. How do you ensure that doesn't happen?
You can stick your millions where you want it. This lot will be back again next year. If they're in the top three, we'll be here again.
Thanks a lot, Ian.
Good man. Not entirely happy with one or two of the refereeing decisions, though. Interesting to hear, John.
Yeah, as we said earlier, it's a tough job, his refereeing, and I try hard not to criticise them because you've got to give a decision very quickly. We get the chance to see things over and over again. All managers, we're all biased towards our teams and what we think should be given or not given against our team, and you know, maybe we've just got to be a bit careful and say, look, I wouldn't want to be a referee myself.
Yeah, a couple of controversial decisions then in the third and second division playoff finals, of course, tomorrow. It's Charlton and Sunderland. Tommy, briefly, who do you fancy for that one? It's very close to call, isn't it?
It is very close to call, but both teams have amassed an amazing amount of points this season, and they both rightly feel like they should already be up there. But I've got friends in both camps, you know, and it's hard for me, being a black and white Newcastle fan, to tip Sunderland, but I'd love to see Sunderland go up for the North East because of the football hotbed like it is. It deserves three teams in the Premier League, and I really hope Sunderland do. I've got friends at Charlton, so I'm going to sit on the fence.
After all that, he's sitting on the fence.
Well done, Tom.
John, don't sit on the fence. Tell us briefly.
Well, I'll go for Sunderland, but that should please Charlton because I went for Northampton and Torquay. So, but I just think Phillips and Picklight in their scoring mood, but then they'll come back at me and say, what about Mendonca? You know, like you say, they're so hard to call, and one-off games.
All right, John, Tommy, thanks very much for your company. You can go and celebrate with the team now.
I will do.
And don't forget, we have live coverage tomorrow afternoon of the First Division playoff final between Charlton and Sunderland. Our coverage begins at 2 o'clock on Sky Sports 2. But today, the Mariners have landed the catch they wanted. They're back in Division 1. From us all, it's goodbye.